For every gamer, there is the one game that can break you, the one you never got to run, the one that keeps you toggling options at night, the one game that makes you bite your controller and overheats your computer, the game that keeps you visiting shady forums as you try the what ifs, the might have works, the half tweaks and the half tricks, the game that other gamers murmur about when shitty console ports are mentioned. I have no idea what I thought this might be funny. We're playing LA Noire in this episode of the LowSpecGamer, so forget about high quality motion scan faces because we are going to make this game run.
You're lying, Morgan.
For every mystery, there is a starting point. A set of facts that puts into motion the events that are to be. It is no secret that the development of this game was controversial and filled with complications, and that just may be one of the reasons why the PC port leaves a lot to be desired. Most of the graphical options of this can either be on performance or quality. This game is capped at 30 frames per second, so our objective should be to deal with the moments where it slows down under that. This is how my default configuration looks. Let's give it a go.
Crowded street.
This is not very good. Just walking around can be a challenge. I'm not even driving. It should not slow down this much just by talking. Okay, that's enough. Time to play with the settings. The point has been made. The change is simple. Put everything into performance mode. The question is, will this make any difference? Is it just me, or does this game look exactly the same in performance mode? Ugh, this street hurts. Take the car for a small drive and into the lane of lag we go. Stop, stop, stop. I just crashed. This could have been avoided had I had any control over the car, but in this state I feel lucky I'm able to move around. Luckily, this is a game about solving crimes, checking for clues and interrogating witnesses. As long as I am able to do that, I can get to the bottom of this case. But it seems I'm not even able to walk. Something needs to be done. First thing we're going to do is change to DirectX 11. Yes, you heard me right. I am as surprised as you are, but this kind of things do happen from time to time. When a game is very unoptimized for PC, it tends to work with one version of DirectX and pretty much struggle with any other. I have been running benchmarks on this game and I can assure you that, in most cases, DirectX 11 delivers an improvement on the stability. The other thing you need to do is disable vertical sync. This game does not have a vertical sync option, but you can still go into your video card's control panel, NVIDIA, Intel or AMD, and disable vertical sync. I am getting a much better feeling about this case already. If you're searching for clues, anything between over 20 works, and so far I'm seeing between 25 and 30 frames per second. Interrogations are a little bit more tricky, mainly due to the amazing but probably unoptimized technology this game utilizes for showing faces. However, as long as we can keep over 20, we should be able to see those lies and put the pressure on. I worry about driving though. While the streets are not the proverbial meat of this game, I know that very soon this game will temporarily decide that it's Grand Theft Auto and have me fighting cars and shooting mobsters and stuff. And we really want to survive that, so I'm going to show you one more thing you can do to push the game into the right direction. Inside the game options is an area labeled as the command line. I have gone through the documentation for every command I could find and carefully tried every single one. Here are the good ones. First, we have SDR, which forces the game to run on single-threaded DirectX rendering mode. Since the game is probably not very optimized for multi-threading, this option can help a lot. Then we have non-V, which stops the NVIDIA API for initializing. And finally, we have DMTF, which disables D3D create multi-threaded flag. I have read of other commands that can be used to change the number of job threads, but most references to these are from previous versions of the game, and they seem to crash the game on the version I am using, so we are not going to use any of those. I am going to jump right into some of the most intense sections I have encountered while playing and see where it leads us. Driving seems to be working better, although I think I just outrun the rendering. Oh yeah, it seems everything finishes loading after I have passed it. Maybe this is why this is going so fast. A true low spec experience right here. What can I say? Interrogation or just searching for clues is working out well. But just as I am getting comfortable, the plot decides this is an action game, and now I find myself trying to outrun gunning gangsters. How do I get rid of this guy? Oh crap, the woman! Damn, that was very close. Yeah, got him. This is actually way more exhilarating than I thought it would be. This is a really cool car chase right here. And it gets slowed by moments, but so far I have not felt I'm out of control. Got to shake this guy off. Come on, come on. Maybe if I can just get him to crash. Yes! Success. Later still, on the same case the game decides is Assassin's Creed and has you running around chasing a suspect while everything is falling apart around you. This is an intense area, but it keeps over 20 frames, so we can manage it. Whoops! Fallen idle indeed. That was a very goofy fall. Finally, when you get to exchange fire with gangsters, the frame rate is just enough overtraining to keep you playing. Explosions, columns falling, bullets flying. This is one varied game, and now I am able to play it, and hopefully so can you. Oh, and before we finish, one last trick that I want to share with you. This one's a little odd, but it works. Try this. Whenever you are in a closed area, searching for clues or such, and you experience an unexpected drop in frame rate, try going into the menu and changing outfits. There you go. You will usually experience an improvement in frame rate until you move away from the area. This sounds crazy, but I tried many times and in most cases it had a rather visible effect. I have a hypothesis as to why this happens. Since the game is very unoptimized, I think changing your outfit forces to reset and reload the assets for the area around you in one shot. The way the game usually renders everything probably takes a lot of CPU time, and even when it is done, it probably just gets stuck. This is probably why if you try this while driving, it will work for a second or two until you move to the next block and everything needs to load again. It is a very odd trick, but it may get you out of trouble when you need it. All done. I am going to keep playing now. Be sure to subscribe if you want me to keep making games run on low-spec computers, and if you have a suggestion for what game should I tackle next, let me know on comments or Twitter. See you next time!